So I'm just gonna do a spoiler alert. This is going to be probably a pretty negative review today because this album is kind of bad. Not kind of bad. It's very bad. It's not good at all. Rich Forever 5 is probably it's in competition for the worst album I've heard this year. I've heard pretty bad. I heard that DaBaby tape. Um Excuse me. So, honestly, like I said, the album sucks. The same bars are used over and over again. It's so annoying. It's so like relentless in saying the same thing over and over again, and the fact that it is the same song with the same three people over just the same beats, same everything. No one brings anything interesting at all. The only other voices that we hear besides these big three is we hear Kodak Black and some other guy that also sucked. Both of those features were awful. I think there was one more other guy, but he sucked too, so there's no real point in bringing him up. Basically, what I'm saying is this album, there's no single good part of it. Probably one of the worst albums I've heard all year. Critch doesn't particularly do anything really worth of note, even though he probably was, if I had to pick a best part, not saying it's a good part, but the best part is Critch. I don't know, I think I like Critch's like voice and delivery. And sometimes it can kind of sound alright on certain parts of this album. Famous Dex sounds super lazy like the whole way through. Rich sounds like he's used all of his throwaway verses, which are not much worse than his actual music and what he really wants to put out for the people to hear. There's no real shining light in this album. It's all pretty bad. It feels like it's 2 hours long, even though I'm pretty sure it's not even 45 minutes. A lot of short songs. Just, it's sad to see that this group went from being so much fun and really all three of these rappers just having their own downfall, like solo careers. Famous Dex is more tragic because he had like drug abuse problems and stuff like that. And I remember he had like a little run where he was dropping okay, like kind of good music. He dropped like 3 good singles in a row. That one with Fabio Foreign was good. That song, I don't remember the name of it, but the one he had with Tyga and Rich the Kid on it, that one was a good song, and there was another one in there. But Rich the Kid has not really done anything worth of note musically wise that is really good since, I'm trying to remember, Splashin' came out after The World Is Yours. So since Splashin', I don't think we've had anything. And before you say Carnival, I know Carnival went number 1. However, I don't really like that song that much anymore. I went from like really liking it to hearing it all the freaking time, no matter what I was doing, no matter where I was hearing Carnival, to just, I don't know, I shouldn't say I really liked it. I thought it was a cool little song. It definitely was one of the better ones off of Vultures, but it was nothing worth of note, and I definitely didn't think Rich the Kid was the best part of it, so I don't even really include that success as his. He was just kind of a name attached to it. But it is kind of crazy how there's certain rappers out there that don't have number 1 hits, and Rich the Kid is now on that number 1 hit like maker list. The Weeknd's went number 1. I about said the Weeknd's never went number 1. That would have been really stupid. But actually, has the Blinding Lights went number 1, didn't it? I feel like it did, but anyway, that's another conversation for another day. Overall, this album's about a 1 out of 10. It's not good, man. This album just isn't good, which is a shame. I love Party Bus, and I feel like the last time I listened to Rich Forever 3, I kind of liked it. So just hearing like Famous Dex go from an exciting, like energy-filled rapper to he just sounds so sleepy. He sounds so lazy. Rich just gets on a song and just says the same thing in a non-creative way a million times. Critch don't really do anything either. This album just ain't good, man. It's just not particularly good. It's a 1 out of 10. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much, and if you want to show more extra support for the channel, you absolutely can. There are a million ways in the description. Social media, I'm constantly dropping merch. I have over 50 articles of like Campaigns and Bonfire. If you want to go check those out on my shop, the link to that's in the description. Support the Patreon for as little as $1.50 a month. Get early access to videos and all sorts of different stuff. Go listen to my album. There's a million ways. Obviously, though, hit the subscribe button and like. You know what I'm saying? That would be so cool of you to do that. Have a good day. I love you.